Michael Caine was a retired Army veteran, a man of quiet strength and unshakable integrity. Over his 20-plus years of service, he had devoted himself to defending his country and upholding justice, both on the battlefield and off. Although his uniform now hung in a closet at home, he still carried himself with a blend of pride and humility, qualities he had passed on to his only son, Ethan. Ethan Caine, at just 22, had already made a name for himself as a civil rights attorney. His knack for uncovering wrongdoing and holding the powerful accountable had turned heads in the legal world. The bond between Michael and Ethan was ironclad, each was the other's rock in a society too often split by prejudice and inequity. Neither could have imagined how one night would upend their lives and reveal truths they never saw coming. It was a brisk evening when Michael decided to stop by his favorite diner. He walked a few blocks along the quiet streets, his army jacket, decorated with well-worn patches, standing out under the glow of the streetlights. The gentle tap of his cane against the sidewalk matched his measured pace and calm demeanor. Meanwhile, Officer Ryan Mills was patrolling the area. Mills had a notorious reputation for a short temper and racially charged biases. Despite multiple complaints against him, he had managed to dodge any real consequences. When he spotted Michael walking alone, he made a snap, and utterly incorrect, judgment. Mills pulled his squad car to the curb, flipping on his flashing lights. "Hey, you," he barked as he got out. Michael stopped, turning slowly. "Is there a problem, officer?" he asked, his tone composed yet firm. "Where are you headed this late?" "Let me see some ID," Mills demanded. Michael hesitated but complied, taking out his wallet. "I'm a retired Army vet, just going to the diner." Mills, however, saw the Army jacket as a challenge to his authority rather than a symbol of honor. "I didn't ask for your whole life story," he snapped, suddenly grabbing Michael's arm. On instinct, Michael pulled back. Mills's temper flared, and without warning, he struck Michael across the face. The blow knocked Michael to the pavement, his head hitting the concrete with a sickening thud. Panicked, Mills radioed in a false report about a hostile suspect. Michael was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, unconscious. When Ethan got the call, his entire world shattered. He raced to the hospital, only to find his father hooked up to machines, deep in a coma. Seeing Michael, this strong, principled man, lying motionless stirred both sorrow and righteous anger in Ethan. He vowed to uncover the truth. As a lawyer, Ethan understood the system inside and out. He began interviewing witnesses, gathering surveillance footage, and poring over police records. It didn't take long for the real story to emerge. Security cameras showed Mills initiating an unprovoked attack, proving that Michael had done nothing wrong. While sifting through Michael's belongings, Ethan discovered something else, an old leather journal filled with entries from his father's time in the Army. One particular passage stood out. "Today I made a choice that will haunt me forever. I saved one life but lost two others. I don't know if I did the right thing, but I couldn't leave that child behind." He reminded me too much of Ethan. When Michael briefly regained consciousness, Ethan confronted him about the journal. Though weak, Michael explained, "It happened during a mission in Iraq. We were ordered to evacuate, but there was a boy trapped in a building. I disobeyed orders to save him. 2 of my men died covering for me. That guilt never left me." Tears welled in Ethan's eyes. "Dad, you saved a life. That boy might not have survived otherwise." Michael turned his gaze away. "I've always questioned whether I deserve the respect people give me. I've carried that doubt ever since." As Ethan built his case against Officer Mills, he received a surprising phone call. "My name is Samir Al-Hadi," the caller said. "Your father saved my life. I saw the news and want to help." Samir explained that his family had relocated to the United States after the war and had long wanted to express their gratitude to Michael. Now, with Michael's case in the spotlight, Samir felt compelled to share his story. Ethan presented Samir's testimony in court, showing that Michael wasn't just a victim of police brutality but a hero whose life was defined by selflessness and sacrifice. The courtroom was packed. Ethan detailed Mills's history of misconduct, the unprovoked assault, and the fabricated police report. Witnesses corroborated what the surveillance footage confirmed. Samir recounted how Michael's courage saved his life, enabling his family to start over in America. Mills's defense crumbled under the sheer weight of evidence. The jury found him guilty of assault and misconduct, leading to a prison sentence. The local police department faced a public outcry, prompting long overdue reforms. Michael eventually emerged from his coma, though his recovery was slow. Ethan stayed at his bedside, keeping him updated on the case and revealing how the world now understood the depth of his heroism. One evening, as they sat together at home, Michael spoke in a hushed tone. "Ethan, I can never repay what you've done for me. You proved that my sacrifices mattered." Ethan smiled, his voice thick with emotion. "You've always been my hero, Dad. Now everyone else knows it too." Their story became a beacon of hope, a rallying cry that no matter how severe the injustice, resilience and truth can triumph. The unbreakable bond between Michael and Ethan, shaped by love and tested by hardship, stood as proof of family's power and the unwavering pursuit of justice.